Hey everyone! Welcome to Update X24H, your go-to channel for the latest news, hottest dramas, breaking stories, and all the buzz from the world of entertainment. We're here to keep you updated, entertained, and always in the loop. Hit that subscribe button and join our growing family, because here at Update X24H, we bring you the news that matters, the drama you love, and the stories you can't miss. Thanks for being part of our community. Let's stay connected, stay updated, and keep the good vibes rolling.
The screen flickers in the absolute dead of night, casting a cold, eerie glow across millions of devices worldwide. A familiar face fills the frame, but the brilliant smile that once captivated audiences across the globe is completely gone. His expression is gaunt, glistening with sweat, and his eyes, which used to sparkle with unmistakable charm, are now hollow pits of overwhelming fear. This is the moment everything changes for the global entertainment industry. If anyone is watching, please help me. They are coming. The walls have ears. The cameras never lie, he whispers, his voice cracking with a terrifying reality that no scripted drama could ever replicate. His hands tremble against the lens, and behind him, bare cement walls loom like a cold, inescapable chamber, far removed from the luxury of any high-rise apartment. This unexpected 11-minute broadcast on social media has ignited a digital wildfire, completely shattering the polished illusions of fame and power. Within hours of this sudden transmission, a cascade of viral security footage surfaced across encrypted networks, showing grainy, silent images that no one can unsee. Shadows moving through dimly lit corridors, a sudden departure of a luxury vehicle, and a devastating fall that the public refuses to accept as a mere accident. Welcome back to Update X 24 Hours, where today we look past the glamorous red carpets to uncover an extraordinary journey of resilience, a massive digital movement for truth, and a story of survival that is currently reshaping our understanding of modern celebrity culture. The immediate aftermath of that unforgettable broadcast sparked an unprecedented global investigation led entirely by ordinary people using advanced digital tools. For years, the public had known this young artist as a beacon of talent and dedication, a public figure who brought immense joy to millions through his art. Yet, the stark contrast between his celebrated on-screen persona and the raw vulnerability displayed in those final minutes created a profound emotional wave that crossed international borders. When official reports quickly attributed the incident to an unfortunate personal misstep after a social gathering, the global community felt a deep sense of responsibility to seek a deeper understanding. This collective drive for clarity transformed passive viewers into active seekers of truth. Forensic audio analysts began working around the clock, discovering hidden layers within the static of the broadcast. They isolated faint acoustic reflections that suggested the location was not a residential space at all, but a vast, hollow structure. By meticulously cross-referencing architectural blueprints available in the public domain, Internet sleuths identified this location as a subterranean level beneath a prominent metropolitan cultural venue, an elite art museum heavily frequented by the upper echelons of society. This revelation added a completely new dimension to the narrative, shifting public focus from a private tragedy to a sophisticated, organized environment where young talent faced immense systemic pressures. As the digital community dug deeper, an anonymous source leaked a series of highly detailed administrative documents and internal communications that shed light on the structural challenges within major talent agencies. These documents revealed the existence of a highly restrictive network, colloquially referred to by researchers as a specialized council of 17 industry insiders, directors, and financial stakeholders. At the center of this shadowy syndicate was a figure known to the public under the pseudonym Victor Kane, a prominent producer whose polished public demeanor masked a ruthless approach to career management. Rather than supporting creative growth, this group allegedly established a complex system of total creative and personal dominance over rising stars. Prominent names from the highest tiers of the entertainment world began to appear in independent research dossiers, including an influential creative director known for avant-garde projects and a major cultural philanthropist whose public charity work suddenly faced intense scrutiny. The leaked material suggested that these individuals utilized private, soundproof exhibition spaces to host exclusive events where young artists were subjected to intense psychological compliance tests under the guise of career advancement. They created an environment of enforced isolation, using binding contracts and coercive tactics to ensure absolute loyalty. The viral security footage that subsequently emerged served as the undeniable catalyst for a global awakening. It began with an anonymous upload timestamped just after midnight, capturing the subterranean parking garage of the elite complex. The footage, though devoid of audio, spoke volumes through its chilling visuals. It showed the young star, visibly distressed and unable to walk unaided, being hurried towards a waiting luxury vehicle by unidentified figures. Every frame of this footage was scrutinized by a global audience that refused to let the truth be buried. Viewers noted the meticulous, almost theatrical way the scene was managed by the individuals present. A particularly harrowing angle from an elevator camera caught a fleeting, desperate glance from the star, a silent plea that resonated with anyone who has ever felt powerless against overwhelming authority. Furthermore, rooftop access cameras, although heavily degraded, captured the final, heart-wrenching descent. It was not the chaotic stumble of an inebriated individual, but a sequence of events that appeared entirely staged. The visual of a highly polished executive calmly adjusting his attire in the aftermath sent shivers down the collective spine of the internet, symbolizing the cold, calculating nature of unchecked corporate power. This tragedy, however, was merely the prologue to an inspiring chapter of global resistance. The sheer injustice of the situation ignited a fierce, protective instinct among audiences worldwide. The hashtag demanding justice for the fallen star became a rallying cry, transcending language barriers and cultural differences. Candlelight vigils were organized in major cities across the globe, transforming public squares into seas of glowing tributes. People who had never met the young actor found themselves deeply moved by his bravery in those final broadcasted moments. He had risked everything to send a message in a bottle out into the digital ocean, and the world had not only received it, but was determined to act upon it. This movement was not simply about mourning a loss. It was an active, dynamic campaign to dismantle the very structures that allowed such abuses to occur. International pressure began to mount heavily on the brands and corporations associated with the elite council. Boycotts were organized with surgical precision, targeting the financial lifeblood of the power brokers. Sponsors rapidly withdrew their funding from blockbuster projects tied to the accused, and stock prices of affiliated media conglomerates plummeted overnight, demonstrating the undeniable power of a united, conscious consumer base. Simultaneously, a fascinating and somewhat mystical phenomenon began to take root within the digital sphere, further fueling the momentum of the resistance. Weeks after the official closure of the investigation, anomalous events started occurring across social media platforms. Fans reported their devices mysteriously glitching, with screens spontaneously playing fragments of the original broadcast at exactly 3:33 in the morning. Encrypted forums saw the sudden appearance of audio files that seemingly contained new messages, delivered in a voice eerily similar to the young star, yet layered with a defiant, resonant strength. While skeptics quickly dismissed these occurrences as the work of sophisticated artificial intelligence and deepfake technology crafted by overzealous activists, the emotional impact was undeniably profound. The community embraced the concept of a digital legacy, a secondary vessel of consciousness where the artist's spirit continued to fight alongside them. Independent tech collectives built secure, decentralized servers to archive every piece of his work, every leaked document, and every frame of the security footage, ensuring that no amount of corporate censorship could ever erase the truth. This digital ghost became a symbol of ultimate resilience, proving that while an individual can be silenced, an idea wrapped in truth is entirely immortal. The relentless pressure from this digital uprising inevitably led to the unraveling of the once untouchable elite council. The psychological toll of being constantly watched and scrutinized by a global audience began to fracture their previously impenetrable alliance. Internal disputes leaked into the public domain as members of the syndicate scrambled to distance themselves from Victor Kane and the tragic events of that night. Whistleblowers, emboldened by the massive public support, began to step out of the shadows. Former industry insiders, administrative staff, and even other artists who had narrowly escaped the council's grasp came forward with their own testimonies. They provided crucial corroborating evidence, detailing the systematic financial exploitation, the psychological manipulation, and the deliberate isolation tactics employed by the powerful elite. This cascade of truth forced international authorities to reopen the investigation, this time under the watchful eye of a global public that demanded absolute transparency. The previously protected financial networks were frozen, and diplomatic channels buzzed with the implications of a transnational corporate scandal disguised as high culture. The perpetrators, who once operated with absolute impunity, found themselves cornered, their luxurious empires crumbling under the weight of undeniable evidence and public outrage. The most beautiful and enduring legacy of this harrowing ordeal is the profound structural reformation it forced upon the global entertainment industry. The sacrifice made during that desperate 11-minute broadcast was not in vain. It became the cornerstone for a new era of artistic protection. In direct response to the overwhelming public demand, independent production houses and major studios alike began implementing revolutionary changes. The concept of the clean contract became an industry standard, ensuring transparent financial dealings and strictly prohibiting the coercive personal clauses that had previously trapped young talent. Furthermore, the presence of independent mental health advocates and ethical compliance officers became mandatory on film sets and during promotional tours, creating a vital safety net for vulnerable artists. This paradigm shift also fundamentally changed how audiences consume media. Viewers are no longer passive consumers of glamorous illusions. They are active, discerning participants who value authenticity, well-being, and ethical practices above mere entertainment. The tragedy highlighted the immense responsibility that comes with influence, teaching a vital lesson about the importance of empathy, vigilance, and the courage to speak out against injustice. The story we have explored today is a powerful testament to the indomitable human spirit. From the depths of a cold, subterranean chamber, a single voice cried out for help, and that voice echoed across the globe, sparking a revolution of truth and compassion. The young artist who faced unimaginable darkness ultimately became a beacon of light, his final act of defiance dismantling an empire built on exploitation. His memory now serves as a constant reminder that no system of power is too vast to be challenged by a united, caring community. It is a story that encourages us to look beyond the surface, to question the narratives presented to us, and to always stand firmly on the side of justice and humanity. It proves that even in our modern, digitized world, the most powerful force remains the collective human conscience, capable of bringing down titans and paving the way for a brighter, safer future for everyone who dares to dream. Thank you so much for spending your valuable time with Update X 24-Hour today as we explore these deeply meaningful stories of truth and resilience. Your incredible support is what drives this channel forward every single day. If you found this deep dive insightful and want to stay informed on the most impactful global updates, please take a brief moment to subscribe to Update X 24 hours, turn on notifications, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Stay inspired, look out for one another, and I will see you in our next video.